This thing is extremely upgradable, and this is another reason why I like HP computers.
Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video. This is Ryan from Moztech, and today I'm going to be checking out this HP Envy X360 Ryzen Edition. So today I'm going to be doing a long-term user review. So this machine was released on 2017, January something I guess, and it's a pretty laptop. It's a 2-in-1, it's 15.6 inches, 2-in-1. What's special about this PC is it has the first generation Ryzen mobile processor APUs. What that means is it's CPU, graphics, and one chip, SoC. So that's what Apple is doing with their M1 chips. Everything is in one chip, and this is what started everything, I guess. So why am I making this video? So I'm looking for an upgrade. This Ryzen 5 2500U, it's not enough for me. So I'm waiting for the January release of the 5500U or the 5700U Ryzen 7 processor for me to upgrade. So I'm just gonna show you guys the thing I like about this computer and what I think HP can improve on for this computer. I've been using HP computers since 2009. That's when I first came to America, and yeah, this is actually a different notebook than the one I had, because the one I had decided to die on me. This one is HP Pavilion DV7, 17-inch laptop with crazy horsepower. Yeah, I've been using HP stuff for a long time, so I know like exactly what I'm talking about. So let's start at the aesthetics.
So this computer, I've actually put a skin on it to protect it, to preserve it for when I want to resell it and for my upgrade. Yeah, sorry for the wobbly because I haven't put my camera on a gimbal, but yeah, let's talk about the aesthetics. So this entire laptop is made from aluminum and is extremely cold feeling to the touch when you're first using it. The trackpad is also made from metal. There's a nice clicking sound to it. This keyboard is backlit, and it has a really nice tactile feel to it. The screen is a 15.6-inch touch display. This thing has 5-point multi-touch. I believe the screen is 250 nits. This laptop also has amazing speakers. It's powered by Bang & Olufsen. So the speakers, they are not made from Bang & Olufsen. All Bang & Olufsen is doing is they're like tuning it. They're like using the equalizer to make it sound even better. I forgot to mention the screen also features a Microsoft Touch support. So let's start the laptop and see how fast it turns on. Yes, it has a really nice HP logo when it starts up. No crappy Windows logo when it starts up. And there goes the Microsoft facial recognition. It works pretty well. And yeah, here is the laptop itself. So day-to-day usage, this laptop is still great. There's no there's not much stuff I can complain about this, especially this is entry-level luxury laptop because it's the Envy badge. So what HP has right now is the HP Notebook series. Those laptops are like extremely low end. They are like Intel Celeron, Intel Pentium, like Intel Pentium, AMD A series like chips. They are extremely low end. Then you go up to the HP Pavilion. Those laptops are like the daily user's laptop is a little bit of metal somewhere and mostly plastic. But the notebooks, the first like the entry-level computers they are like all plastic, but the Pavilions, they have a metal, like the metal deck, but everything else is plastic. And then now we have the Envy. The Envy is like the little tickling little tease to you that you're actually getting something luxury. Like this thing is made of all metal, all aluminum, really nice chassis. There's not really much flex on here. The screen is glass. and you have something like the facial recognition and stuff, but you're not actually getting all the bells and whistles that the Spectre has to offer. So yeah, that's the thing. So let's talk about the specs here. So I got this laptop with the Ryzen 5 2500U with Radeon Vega graphics. This thing is 2 GHz base clock, but can go up to 3 GHz. It has 16 GB of dual channel RAM installed right now. I got this computer configured with 4 GB and 120 GB SSD. It was cheap. It was the display model on the Best Buy, so I got it for extremely cheap. I got it for $350 because it's basically bare bones, it has nothing installed. So I went ahead and installed a 2x 8 GB Crucial kit, and then I added a super nice SK Hynix 256 GB boot drive, and I also added a random 1 TB SSD, M.2 SSD as well. This SK Hynix is 300 megabytes per second read and write. Wi-Fi card up. The Wi-Fi card also upgraded to Wi-Fi 6 AX200 Intel card. For the graphics is Vega 8 integrated graphics. It has 1 GB of dedicated GPU memory. It's shared from the memory on the system itself. So let me just complain about this computer once. Say if I want to load up like an application, say Edge, you see it just sits there for a few seconds and it pops up. That's one gripe I have about this computer. So if I want to open Google, it just stays there for a second, then it opens. Say Steam, you just double tap and it just stays there doing nothing for a few seconds. Just stays there and do nothing. Like, this is what the laptop is right now. Just sits there and do nothing. Let's open up Specky. Gives you yes, it just sits there. Well, actually Specky opens up pretty fast. See, let's open up Minecraft launcher. And yeah, it takes a few seconds. It's just getting really annoying. And the main factor of this laptop that I'm actually finding it pretty annoying is the processor itself. It's really lacking in performance. It's really slow for me right now, but for many of you guys it might be pretty fast for you guys. It depends like what are you on right now. So if I open Task Manager, the CPU actually spiked up to 100% usage, like right there. You see that spike? That spike is not good. So that thing is called single core performance, and this laptop lacks single core performance, and it's extremely not good. This is what this laptop is lacking right now, single core performance. And I do a lot of daily tasks like web browsing, do a little bit of homework, and like sometimes gaming, but I rarely game. I don't game at all. So back then, the reason why I wanted this laptop is back then Intel processors on laptops, especially mobile chips, weren't really nice. I mean, you could do basic web browsing and like doing homework and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But if you're trying to do gaming and other things to it, like multi-rendering, that's when Intel struggled. And I wanted to try out Ryzen because this was the first Ryzen processor. You know, you're not gonna get like crazy stuff when it's first gen. Like, I'm the first adopters that's using the Ryzen mobile chips, and I had experienced pretty terrible, you know, drivers. Like the screen would flicker randomly when I first got it. But after a few months, it's been such a great journey with this laptop until now. Like, it starts to lag a little bit because now applications are more intense and it's just not good enough. So I want to wait until the next HP Envy or the Spectre line comes up with the Ryzen processors built into it. Then now I'm going to be proceeding to upgrade, and I'm going to be showing you guys a new review on the new laptop I'm going to buy. It's definitely going to be an HP because I love the design and the build quality they have on the laptops. Like, it's not built like garbage. It's really sturdy. So as you can see, it's 4 cores, 8 threads. So I've seen leaks on websites that they're saying the Ryzen 7 5700U chips is going to have 8 cores, 16 threads. Like, that's going to be crazy, man. That's going to be faster than my that's going to be faster than my desktop i7 6700. Damn, you know. It's gonna be all packed into this light 15-watt processor. So yeah, I forgot to say how thin it is. Like, it's pretty thin, right? Yeah, it's pretty thin. Let me go on a rant again, okay? Let me just flip this laptop backwards. So another big problem about the laptop I've been experiencing is the vents for the fan. Like, the fan is right here, right? The fan, the lighting is really bad, but yeah, you guys can see it. The vents are like not there. They put it up here for some reason, so it's not really pushing out air going through here. Now that's the main thing. When you start editing with the laptop, like doing rendering for your videos, this thing start being really loud and start being thermally throttled. Like, it can turbo boost up to 3 GHz, right? But when you're doing editing or any intensive task, this thing starts screaming and it's gonna throttle itself and everything goes so slow. Like, it's stuck at 2 GHz, it's stuck at its base frequency when I was trying to edit yesterday. So that's the main really annoying point of this laptop that I've been experiencing for the past 2 years, 3 years. And yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm on my last year of high school. I'm a senior at Benjamin Cardozo High School, and I'm gonna be graduating, and I want to go to a college that does electrical engineering or just any computer science stuff. So I'm gonna be needing a super thin laptop that doesn't hurt my back and actually give me pretty nice performance. And I hope HP can actually do this. So HP, if you're watching this video, I love your products. Your engineers are like the engineers that I want to be in the future. You guys create stuff that I want to use every day like this, but now this thing is getting old, so it's not your fault, it's just the AMD's the fault. But one thing you guys need to focus on the next computers with Ryzen processor, put 2 fans, man. Put 2 fans. 2 fans. You know what I mean? Like actual vents on the back, put 2 of them. And it will survive for what? 5-6 years, man. Another gripe. Come on, HP. You know, AMD never had any high-end luxury chassis. You know, you guys are an OEM, you know, and many people now like Ryzen processors. So why not put the next Ryzen processors into the HP Spectre laptops? Well, that's gonna make it feel extremely premium, and that's gonna make me want to buy it because it's premium. It has good Ryzen processor. You know, why not just throw my money for that? Just don't put AMD good processors in chassis that are not good. But this thing is an entry level luxury high-end chassis, and it deserves, you know, it's 3 years old and it still looks modern, touchscreen, but CPU is lacking. But yeah, and another thing I hate about this laptop is the sharp edges. Really sharp edges, and the color. Like the color, you guys don't have a silver version of this for like the HP NV360. That Intel version, the same frame, the same chassis is silver. Like don't be CPU sis. Come on, like, you know, mix it up. You know, there's gonna be like more options for people to choose. And this paint right here, it chips a lot, and the colors are like not too well when it chips. Like you can see here that the paint actually goes like crazy, like really not good when you chip it. So I hope you guys have like a silver version, and also quit the rubber strips. This is garbage. Like, look here, I lost the strip. Like, I'm just using it daily and dirt goes in here, and the stuff just goes like rancid, you know, stuff just goes ripping out and shit. So let me just take it apart to show you guys the inside. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to clean it. Here's the fan. See, one single fan for a really hot AMD CPU. Like, what are you doing, you know? But yeah, let me just show you guys the upgradability right here. Right here you can put a 2.5-inch hard drive, and right here you can put an M.2 SSD, and under this shield thingy you can see the RAM. So yeah, this is another point I like about this computer. is extremely upgradable, and hope HP continue this path. But you can put M.2 SSD here. You can put another hard drive here. You can put you can switch the RAM DIMMs if you want. And this is another area that I wish HP can continue doing. It helps the world. It helps the e-waste. It helps, you know, customers wanting to upgrade in the future if they feel sluggish. And yeah, that's another good point I want to give to HP. This is good. Like many companies right now, they're being lazy. They just want to solder stuff onto the board, which is not good. It's not good for the repairing business. It's not good for customer wanting to upgrade it in the future. It's not good for anyone, you know. Yeah, this is the inside. It looks pretty well.
Like long-term owner review, like I actually like this laptop. Like I don't know how to appreciate this laptop so much for everything I've been going through with this laptop from the beginning of freshman year all the way now to senior year. Like this thing has been a really nice beast, and I just want HP to continue this, to continue to put the upgradable RAM DIMMs, upgradable M.2, and Wi-Fi cards. Do not solder in. Don't be lazy like Apple, you know. But yeah, I really want HP to put the Ryzen processor, the future Ryzen processor lineup, into their Spectre lineup. And if they can do that, I'll be throwing my money everywhere. Like $2,000, you can just get my $2,000 and put the Spectre, put the Ryzen in there, and I'll be so happy. But yeah, for the future Envy lineup, do not remove the Microsoft facial recognition. That thing is amazing. It's extremely helpful. Also, add a fingerprint. Like I've been looking at the third generation Ryzen lineup on their Envy x360, and they removed the Microsoft facial recognition. They added the fingerprint, which is not good, and they leave the facial recognition for the Spectre line. Don't do that. The Envy is a extremely nice entry-level luxurious laptop. It's like a mid-range car, and then the Spectre is like the high-end Mercedes, you know what I mean? So yeah, listen to me, HP. If you're watching this video, you know I like your stuff. Like you guys been doing good research, and I like your philosophy and design and stuff. So yeah, keep the upgradable and put more USB stuff, port Type-C, put 2 Type-C into the new Spectre, Envy, or whatever with Ryzen that's good build quality. Okay, do that, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching this long-term user review of the Envy x360, and I'll see you guys probably in my new house because I'm moving. Bye.